בוקר טוב ושלום לכולם. שמי סוזי פת בנבניסטי ואני הסמנכ"לית של מרכז טאוב לחקר המדיניות החברתית בישראל. אנו שמחים לארח אתכם בכנס השנתי השישי של מרכז טאוב על שם הרברט סינגר. השנה הכנס יעסוק בנושא יוזמות חדשות בהתמודדות עם עוני. כפי שציינו בהזמנה, הכנס יתנהל בעברית ובאנגלית כמו גם ההנחיה, אז אני מבקשת מכל אורח שצריך תרגום סימולטני להצטייד באוזניות, שאותן ניתן להשיג מחוץ לאולם. העמיתה שלי ליאורה באוורס ואני ננחה יחד את האירוע. נתחיל את היום בברכות ובכדי לכבד את אורחינו שאינם דוברי עברית ושיישאו דברים הבוקר אעבור לאנגלית לכמה דקות, אך לפני כן אבקש מכולם לכבות את המכשירים הסלולריים וגם להרגיש בנוח להיכנס ולשבת בכיסאות גם באמצע האולם. לפעמים זה קצת לא נעים אבל פשוט תיכנסו. So once again, good morning. My name is Suzy Pat Benvenisti, and I'm the Managing Director of the Taub Center for Social Policy Studies in Israel. It's a pleasure to welcome you to the Taub Center's 6th Annual International Herbert M. Singer Conference, this year on the topic of innovations in poverty policy. As we noted in the invitation, the conference will be taking place in English and Hebrew, so I ask you to please be sure to get a headset for simultaneous translation if you may need it. My colleague Leora Bowers and I will be sharing in the responsibilities of moderating the day. Please be sure to silence your phones and also to make your way to the inside of the rows so we have space for latecomers also. Throughout the day, Leora and I will be introducing our speakers. Please note that in your conference packets, you have complete bios for each speaker. In the interest of time and getting straight to the issues, we will keep our introductions very brief, and if you'd like further information, you may find it in the folder. This year, our conference is on the topic of innovations in poverty policy. We've brought together speakers and panelists from Israel and from around the world to give us context on the Israeli case and on how we think about poverty in general, to drill down on two unique and different approaches to addressing poverty and the relevance of these approaches in Israel and internationally, and finally, to consider the progress we've made as a country toward the stated goal of the Al-Aluf Committee for Combating Poverty of cutting our poverty rate in half to reach the average poverty rate of the OECD. We hope that by the end of the day today, we will have gained an international perspective on some of the policy interventions being considered or implemented in Israel, and that we'll have a better understanding of where we are in combating poverty in Israel and where we think the country should go in this regard. We know that the participants in this room come from varying organizations and ministries dealing with this issue from different angles. We want to hear from you over the course of the day and in the future, and we'll have multiple opportunities for questions, answers, and discussion. So please plan to join the conversation, not just today, but going forward in future events on our website, social media, and in other forums. I would like now to introduce our speakers this morning, who will be officially opening our conference. First and foremost, it's my pleasure to welcome Colonel Miri Eisin, who we are very proud to count among the Taub Center's very active and devoted board of directors. Miri has been involved with the Taub Center for years and joined our board of directors in May 2015. Miri has had a distinguished career with over 20 years in the Israeli military. She served as the Prime Minister's spokesperson for foreign press from the Second Lebanon War through the end of 2007. Today, Miri teaches at the Interdisciplinary Center Herzliya and works extensively with the media, student groups, and diplomats. Miri, we thank you very much for being here to open the conference on behalf of the Taub Center's Board of Directors.
לכבוד לי לפתוח את יום העיון, יוזמות חדשות בהתמודדות עם עוני, במסגרת סדרת הכנסים על שם הרברט סינגר. שמי מירי אייזין, אני חברת הנהלה חדשה במרכז טאוב לחקר המדיניות החברתית בישראל. הכנס נערך בעיר הבירה של ישראל, ירושלים, רק מספר שבועות לאחר הרדירוג של ירושלים כלפי מטה בנתוני הלשכה המרכזית לסטטיסטיקה, מה שמעיד על האתגר גם כאן, בעיר הבירה, להתמודד עם תופעת העוני. מרכז טאוב לחקר המדיניות החברתית בישראל הוא מוסד מחקר עצמאי, בלתי מפלגתי, העוסק בנושאי כלכלה וחברה. המרכז מספק לקובעי המדיניות ולציבור מחקרים, נתונים בכמה מהסוגיות החשובות ביותר שישראל מתמודדת עימן. תחומי החינוך, בריאות, רווחה, שוק העבודה והמדיניות הכלכלית, וזאת במטרה להשפיע על תהליכי קבלת ההחלטות בישראל ולשפר את רווחת כל תושבי ישראל. בנימה אישית, כקצינה בכירה במילואים, נראה לי אך טבעי לתרום מזמני לגוף מחקרי שמתמחה בתחום החברתי-כלכלי. בעת שירותי הסדיר בצה"ל למדתי במכללה לביטחון לאומי שהביטחון הלאומי של ישראל אינו תלוי רק בעוצמתה הצבאית וביכולותיה בתחום הביטחוני. הביטחון הלאומי של ישראל מבוסס באופן ישיר גם על עוצמתה הכלכלית, על הלכידות החברתית, על חינוך צופה פני העתיד. בכל אלה עוסק מרכז טאוב. המרכז נוסד בשנת 1982 ביוזמת ראש הממשלה המנוח מנחם בגין. הוא זיהה את הצורך במכון מחקר עצמאי אשר יתווה מדיניות ארוכת טווח בתחום החברתי-כלכלי, מכון אשר יגבש המלצות בלתי תלויות למקבלי ההחלטות בישראל. על מנת להבטיח את עצמאות המכון, ארגון הג'וינט העולמי, JDC, פרס חסותו, ועד היום מרכז טאוב מהווה שותף גאה במשפחת הג'וינט העולמי. ברשותכם אומר מספר משפטים באנגלית. The JDC could not have helped establish an independent research center without the vision, the foresight of a few great leaders, who likewise understood the importance of this institution. One of those visionaries was Herbert M. Singer, for whom this conference is named. We are delighted to have here with us the nephew of Herbert Singer and the president of the Herbert and Nell Singer Foundation, Jay Sandak, along with his wife, Mary Sommer, who is also deeply involved in the foundation's work. Jay, on behalf of the board of directors of the Taub Center, I would like to thank you for your support and even more so for your genuine friendship. I hear from the center's staff just how helpful your constant consultations with them are, how much they appreciate your keen insights on their work. Your commitment to continue your family's decades of involvement in the Taub Center is something that we truly value and admire. Thank you for all that you do, and most of all, for making this trip to be with us once again in Jerusalem for the annual Herbert M. Singer International Policy Conference. I am honored to introduce and to invite to the stage Mr. Jay Sandak.
Thank you very much for that introduction. And good morning, everybody. And I want to welcome everybody, and particularly our friends from St. Louis who have traveled halfway around the world to be with us today. I'm really honored to be president of the Herbert Singer Foundation. And what today is a culmination of a dream that my uncle had back in 1982 when he and several others thought it was really important that there be an independent social research organization here in Israel to contribute to the development of the state over the years, and it has proven to be absolutely true. The Taub Center today is something that we should all be very, very proud of. The contributions it's making not only to Israel but to the world. And what today indicates is a collaboration on a worldwide basis to share information, because it's through these discussions like this that will occur today that solutions will be achieved and contributions will be made to better understand the really thorny social issues that we are all facing today. I look forward to a very interesting day, and I want to thank all of you for attending, and particularly those that have traveled far to come here today. I have confidence that the world will be a better place because of events such as this that are occurring here and now. Enjoy the day, and I'm looking forward to the conference. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jay. We are honored to have you and Mary here with us today, and we are grateful to you both for your continued friendship and your support of this conference and the Taub Center. I would now like to introduce the Executive Director of the Taub Center, Professor Avi Weiss. Avi has served as Executive Director of the Center for the last year and a half, and beyond being a phenomenal researcher and leader, he is also a great person to work with, and we are truly honored to have him. In addition to his leadership of the Taub Center, Avi is a professor of economics at Bar Ilan University. He's previously served as chair of Bar Ilan's economics department and as chief economist of the Israel Antitrust Authority. Avi, welcome.
Thank you, Susie. Okay, so I have a confession to make. I am an economist. Okay? And it's not just that I'm an economist, I'm a University of Chicago economist. And, you know, and really, I mean, a University of Chicago economist. And yet the Taub Center saw fit to find a University of Chicago microeconomist and bring it in to run a very incredible and wonderful macroeconomic center, which does incredible work. But I've got to tell you, during my studies of economics at the University of Chicago, which took much longer than they should have, you know, the issues of poverty and of distribution and of welfare were really very much on the back burner. They were never really central to the studies that we did. And so it's been also my career. And other things that I've researched over the years, the issues of distribution of income was never really central to what we studied and to what we researched. You know, when you did talk about it, then you would talk about, you know, some type of plan, and you would say, well, it has distributive, you know, redistributive effects. And that would be the end of the statement. That statement, to tell you what that statement means, that it has distributive effects, is you can ignore that. Okay, and we're going to talk about, you know, growth, and we're going to talk about, you know, competition, and we're going to talk about different issues, but distributive effects were not really in the center of what we did. Coming to the Taub Center, this has changed, and it's certainly, you know, started to change me, but the good thing is I have an unbelievable teacher there. His name is Professor Johnny Gal. And it's true. And I try to have conversations with him, and you know, he explains to me, you know, why everything I believe is wrong. But and of course, I try to explain to him the opposite. But certainly, this is an incredible education, and you start to focus differently. You start to see things from a different angle, and it affects the way that you think, and it affects the way that you look at the world. And the truth, I'm going to tell you the truth, the main reason I'm really happy to be here today is because I'm here in order to learn, not here necessarily as the executive director. Yeah, that's the official reason. But I really take these types of settings as an opportunity to learn. Now, and Johnny will probably tell you I'm a really tough student, so not very good. Okay, so anyway, I just want to tell you this conference that we're having here is really path-breaking, I think, in the Taub Center's history. I think it's the first time there's been a conference on this specific level of welfare economics or of welfare in general, and distribution of income and poverty and all the important issues that most of you here deal with. And it's an example of the type of input, the type of output that the Taub Center gives, and the type of input we have into policy, because what we do is very, very much seen in the public eye, and as a result, you know, we disseminate to all the places we need to disseminate, to the general audience, to the decision makers, to young people, to older people. Everybody's getting the message, and everybody's getting the information. And when you do that, and you're doing it from, as it was said here before, a nonpartisan direction, then people are listening. And this is a conference, what you're doing here is a conference that people are going to listen to. People are going to hear what comes out of here, they're going to hear the ideas that come out of here, and they're going to make a lot of people, including me, stop and think more deeply about what we're doing. I'm very, very much looking forward to this learning experience. Let me start by thanking Jay and Mary for their support. I want to thank Miri for the very wonderful words that she said, and everybody who worked very hard to make this conference come about. And I want to wish everybody an enjoyable and educational and a very, very beneficial conference. And thank you all.